boy who cried wolf is one of Aesop's fables. This story is about Sam, some sheep, the villager, and maybe a wolf. Sam lives in a little village in the mountains. Every day he took the sheep from the village up the hill to a grassy meadow. He washed them from morning until evening. Then he took them home again. Every day was the same. Sam was lonely and he was so bored. All his friends were down in the village. He tried talking to the sheep, but he didn't have much to say. "Nobody ever comes up here," moaned Sam. "Nothing ever happens." One day he had an idea. He ran down to the hill to the village. "A wolf!" he shouted. "A wolf has come out of the forest!" Everyone ran up the hill with him. Puffing and panting, they reached the meadow. Of course, there was no wolf. The sheep were quietly eating their grass. The villagers were angry, but Sam just laughed. A few days later, Sam was bored again. He ran down the hill to the village. "A wolf!" he shouted. "A wolf has come out of the forest." Some people didn't believe him, but most ran up the hill to see. Puffing and panting, they reached the meadow. Of course, there was no wolf. The sheep were quietly eating their grass. Everyone was very angry, but Sam just laughed. A week later, Sam was bored again. He ran down the hill to the village. Most people didn't believe him this time. Just a few ran up the hill. Puffing and panting, they reached the meadow. Of course, there was no wolf. The sheep were quietly eating their grass. Now everyone was furious. Sam laughed and laughed. A few days later, a wolf did come out of the forest. Sam was terrified. He ran down the hill to the village as fast as he could. Nobody believed him. Sam begged them to come with him. This time they just laughed at him. In the end, Sam had to go back up the hill all alone. The wolf had killed some of the sheep. The rest had run away. Sam stayed in the meadow until it was dark. Finally, the villagers came to find him. "Why didn't you believe me?" he asked. "You always told lies before," they said. I've learned my lesson. Never again." The moral about the story about the boy who cried wolf is no one believes liars even when they tell the truth. The end.